going to show you how to change a battery in an iPod mini. The first step that's not shown here is to obtain a hair dryer, just a regular old hair dryer. And you're going to need to heat the iPod mini up on the top and the bottom, probably 3 or 4 minutes on low temperature setting, to release the adhesive that holds the plastic. There's some clips and some adhesive on the top and the bottom. Now I've already performed that process, and I'm going to start down here at the bottom. Insert a non-marring tool, I would not suggest using a screwdriver, into the bottom. Very, very gently work your way around to release the clips and the adhesive. Do not pry it, because if you do so, you will probably crack the plastic or wrinkle it, and your iPod mini will not look the same. I'm actually going to be able to see some of the adhesive, a little sparkly adhesive, pulling loose there. Do the same on the top. Might find one side's easier to get into than the other. And success finally. Remove 2 very small Phillips screws from the top of the mini. And you're able to see this entire area is covered in the adhesive that we were trying to remove. And then at the bottom of the iPod mini, you'll see there is some C-clips. Now C-clips can be compressed with a tool that is actually like a needle nose pliers. If you have a very, very fine pair of needle nose pliers such as this, you can insert them and decompress that C-clip. Or you can use a very, very small screwdriver to do the same. But what you are trying to do is unlock the C-clips from 2 grooves to remove this bottom metal clip. And the bottom metal clip, once it's removed, will allow you to slide the entire iPod out. There. The metal clip. Now at the bottom of the iPod, there is a brown ribbon cable. You need to very gently unhook that. Now it's free. Slide the iPod out from the bottom. And here's the battery. Unhook the battery from the logic board, pulling straight up on the connector. Connector on the iPod battery only goes one direction, the red wire facing inward. Set the battery in place and tuck the wires around and out of the way. And now we're ready to begin the task of reassembling the iPod mini. There's a couple of spots that you need to worry about. First is the adhesive around the edge of the LCD here. It's a rubber gasket. It likes to catch and pull occasionally. And then on the bottom, you need to make very sure that the new battery, the outer edge, the little plastic wrap that's around it, is tucked in nice and tight, because this is an extremely tight tolerance to slide this together and make it fit. Insert the logic board into the mini. You'll need to actually pull down on it a little tiny bit at this point right here. Once you get to that edge, you'll feel quite a bit of resistance. There. You have to keep pulling it back and forth a little bit until it actually will slide a little bit past there. Push downwards very, very gently on the LCD to make sure that it does not have that rubber gasket drag across the plastic. If you do that, you will actually end up having a smear of adhesive on the inside of the plastic, and getting that off can be kind of difficult. Once that is fully inserted, plug the connector back in on the bottom of the mini. Insert the C-clips, adhesive side down, so it will work again. And getting those back in is generally a lot easier than it is to get them out. It just went back into place. Turn the mini back over and reinsert the phillips screws. And it does help to have a magnetic screwdriver. I'm going to make sure that the mini works now before I assemble the adhesive portions back on again. I'm sure it does. The Apple logo is always a very good sign. And it does work. I'm going to lock it again because I have my hold button in the locked position here. I'm going to take my hairdryer. I would suggest doing this for about another minute or so on each end to reapply the adhesive. Then do the same on the bottom. You need to make sure that the C-clips are centered. There it goes. If it's not centered, this will not go in place correctly. And you can tell by looking straight down on it if it's going to go in the right direction or not. There it goes. And then press and hold to make sure that the adhesive will firmly attach. And that's how you install a battery in the iPod mini.